Breaking news in the DoorDash case. DoorDash girl has officially been arrested.
Damn. She really screwed herself over, man. Listen, why would you put up that recording all over the internet? Like, what are you doing? You know, listen, I think that it's very possible. I'm leaning more towards it's probable that the guy left his door open on purpose so that she would see his mushroom stalk. I didn't see it, but that's what I think. Especially if you see the videos. I saw the original video. You kind of have to walk up and you have to see him to put it on the doorstep or whatever it's called. You know, or maybe he was drunk. I don't know. Whatever. You want to record it or take a picture of it and send it to DoorDash, fine. But she put it all over the internet. What are you doing? Like, you know, at this point, you're being stupid. I don't know what else to tell you. Why would you do that to yourself?
Hi, my name is Stephanie. I'm a criminal defense attorney, specifically a public defender, and I've been following this case pretty closely since it happened. So I got sent some information this morning. I independently verified it, and Miss Olivia Henderson has officially...
I'm trusting you here. You better not be lying.
...been arrested.
I looked into it, and a couple other people said it was real, too, so...
...on 2 felony charges. Now, why was she arrested on felony charges? Because, like I said from the beginning, she's the one who committed the crime, not the individual who was in the home. So let's go through what we have.
Well, in New York, actually, it would be considered a crime to do that. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not a crime, but it would be considered against, like, a law. In New York, I mean, you know, this is something that a judge would have to argue. This would have to be, like, a judge. But in New York, if you're exposed and, you know, with the door open like that, I think that you could, if she gets a good lawyer, she could potentially make an argument. And I think she might be able to get a decent argument, like the DoorDash girl, that he was like exposed inappropriately. But she's got to get herself a good lawyer because simply being naked might be considered exposure. It would be a violation, though, but not a crime. So that's the problem, is that like he may have engaged in a violation, but not a crime. And I think that what she did would be considered like a criminal act, you know?
And show you the proof. Now, I blocked out her name, but this is the police blotter. Or I blocked out her address and her date of birth. But this is the police blotter, all right? And the arrest date is there.
Yeah,
and
I think this was in New York. Yep, it says New York right here. So this was in New York, so.
Felony charges are right here. I'm just zooming in myself to take a look. But we got, what do we have? We have unlawful surveillance and dissemination, okay?
So yeah, the unlawful surveillance is like the actual recording, which I guess she could have gotten in trouble for as well, submitting that to DoorDash. But like, I think the dissemination is putting it on TikTok. That's what really is going to get her in trouble. If she just recorded it and she sent it into DoorDash, which by the way, my understanding is they actually banned him from DoorDash before she even posted the videos. It would have been done, and I don't think any of this would have went to like any legal capacity. I don't think DoorDash was going to be like, we gotta make sure that she gets arrested. Like, I don't think that they were going to give that much of a fuck about it. They would have just banned the guy, and they probably wouldn't have told him why exactly, or they might have said that because like he was exposing himself in some capacity. But she decided to put it on the internet constantly and then make like exaggerated claims that she was assaulted, which she wasn't. So
right there. All right, so this is just the police blotter. I'm going to show you the actual charges in a second. And this just shows down here that she was issued a field appearance ticket and she has a court date coming up. So this is her. She was given an appearance ticket. She has to come back to court, and I'll show you the court date. On the internet, you could look this up yourself. Incident date is October 12th, which matches to the incident date that she put on her page. And her next court date is going to be December 4th, 2025 in Oswego City Court, which is the town in which the incident happened. So all of this is verifiable on the internet. And here are her charges. Like I said, these were the charges that I thought she could be charged with, and this is what we got. So we have unlawful surveillance and dissemination of a surveillance image. Both are.
I mean, if it is true that he just got drunk and came home, like, I mean, which is also possible. That's the thing, is so much of this is speculative. I would feel kind of bad for him. Because, you know, not for nothing, I think that one thing that people obviously keep in mind more than anything else is, even if he did intend for her to see that, like, that's shitty behavior of him, and he deserves to be banned from like DoorDash or whatever. Or honestly, even if he did intend for her to see it, he should still be banned. Like, that's irresponsible. Just because you're drunk doesn't mean that you're not responsible for your actions. But I mean, like, she was never harmed. Like, she wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, it's like when you see like an old guy at the fucking locker room with his dingle out. It's like, dude, that's disgusting. But you know, I wasn't assaulted. It's just disgusting. It's fucking weird. Which I feel like that's what it is. I feel like old people get naked at the gym showers and they show off their, because they hope that like maybe you'll be like, hey dude, nice dick, can I touch it? Like, I think that's what they're doing, you know?
Felonies, which means that prison time is an option, right? Not that she'll get prison time, but she can do prison time on these. They are nonviolent felonies, which means that it would be it would not be a lot of prison time, but she can do prison time on these depending on her criminal history. So like I've been saying from the beginning, the person who committed the crime is going to be the person arrested in this case. And the person who committed this crime is obviously Olivia, the DoorDash girl. The man committed no crime, or else he would also be arrested, which he is not. So for all of you guys out there that were defending the man, or I'm sorry, defending the woman, clearly the law says otherwise.
I mean, I was with you up until that. It's just like a weird thing to say. You're part of the criminal justice system and you think that it's like 100% fair is a weird thing to say. Again, I think it's okay to be like, oh, I mean, listen, again, she's the victim-ish. And the extent is that like she had to see him like that. It doesn't matter if he did on purpose, it makes it worse. But even if he didn't do it on purpose, you being drunk isn't an excuse for you engaging in like this behavior. If you get drunk and hit somebody with a car, you're still responsible for it. Right. So she's still like, that's not appropriate to be doing. That is shitty. She assumed that he was trying to do it on purpose and she made a victim out of herself far greater than she is. But I still think like what he did was, even if it was an accident, but she escalated to like a massively unreasonable degree.
The law says otherwise because they did arrest her. They did give her 2 felony charges, 2 e-felony charges, both of which carry a prison sentence if she goes to trial and loses. She could get probation on those. There's a whole slew of things that she can get, but she was charged with 2 felonies.
Damn, imagine she got her whole life roomed out of this. That'd be crazy.
For video recording him in the privacy of his own home and disseminating that image to the public.
I don't know. Well, I mean, like, we're not going to see that in the privacy of his own home. I guess that he was, but like he had his door wide open. You know what I mean? It's like when they go to, if she gets a lawyer and they go to court, it's like, yeah, they'll be like, oh, it was in the privacy of his own home. And he's like, well, he did have his door massively wide open. I know everybody pretends on the internet that his door wasn't open and she opened it. That's not true. There's no proof of that at all. They'll be like, yes, this is true. She recorded herself doing it. She never did. It's like there's like 10 different photoshopped images of weird going on.
And this is why we do not.
And there's no ring bell evidence that's been presented at all either.
Report our crimes and put them on the internet for the world to see.
Yeah, that was stupid of her.
But it's important information. I wanted to get it out to you as soon as I got it and as soon as I verified it. Because unlike other creators, I verify my information before I go online and post.
She's throwing shade at that one dude that was just saying whatever he wanted to say about the DoorDash girl.
For the world to see. You can also verify that information yourself if you go on webcrims and type in her name. It will pop up. So if you want to independently verify it yourself, you can do that as well. But nevertheless, she has been arrested. She's been charged with 2 felonies for her actions that day of recording an unconscious man in his home who was naked and posting it online for the internet, which is a crime.
He might have been unconscious, I guess.
And again, he committed none.
She really seems to hate this girl. I'm a little surprised that she has like not at least a little bit of sympathy for what happened to her, you know. But I guess it's because she was so disproportionate about it.
So,
for me, it's a little off-putting because it's not very nuanced.
Gonna stay tuned for this one because this is gonna be interesting.
Stay tuned, guys. Yes, sir, Mr. President.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and let's go from here. Have a good day.
All right, cool beans, man. Sucks for her.